Hello again, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen. Welcome if it's your first time visiting here. Thank you for joining me today. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So I'm continuing working on my pockets for the end of year swap that I'm taking part in. And today I'm going to be working on my November pocket. And I don't really have any idea of what I want to do. So that goes with the October papers. So these are the papers I've been using so far for November. And I thought these would make, you know, nice pockety things. And then here I've got actual, you know, pocket shapes. So I didn't know whether to maybe cut something out from here and stick it on something to make a pocket. I don't really know what I want to do. So I'm just browsing to see if I get inspiration. And I'm using these papers. These are from the Digital Collage Club. You've seen them before if you've watched any of the other videos in this series. And I'm using these in my own end of year journal and for the items that I'm making for the swap. So there's going to be faffing. Warning, there may be faffing ahead. So I really like this image. I'm just thinking, it's only on paper. So these are all these things I have printed out. I already had printed out. They were printed on my old printer, which was a bit of a nightmare to use, had a mind of its own. And I decided I was going to try and use up all of the bits of paper I had for various things. And this is what I've chosen to do for this. So, you know, things are not necessarily printed on the correct weight of paper for how I want to use them. But what I'm thinking is if I could stick this onto something else to make it a bit more substantial, I could maybe cut this out as a shape, stick it on here and have it like a tuck sort of pocket. So, but it does, this is just on normal copy paper, so obviously it's not man enough to use it as it is for that purpose. So let's get this stuck onto something else first of all. Let me get that out of the way because that's another October piece. Now I'm looking for another piece of paper to use. I'm surrounded by paper and it's never the right sort. Grab one of my envelope-y type things. You know how I love my envelopes. Always got an envelope I can use. Right, I wonder if that would be, that should be all right, shouldn't it? So let's take this envelope apart. So I hope everybody is well and happy. It's a lovely sunny day here again, and so I've got the blind pulled down, but it doesn't come right to the bottom of the window because I've got things on the windowsill. So the sun's sort of peeking in underneath, and sometimes it makes this bit a bit glary. So I'm actually just moving something to cover up a shadow not a shadow, a bit of glare that's occurring here. If I go that way, there's glare here now. I'm just going to have to work with it. I don't know what this room's going to be like. I think when it comes to next summer, I'm going to have to make sure that I've moved my desk to another position, because A, it's going to be absolutely baking sitting directly in the sun, and B, you're not going to be able to see a thing. Right, if I stick that on there like that, so let's glue that up. I'm just going off to the side so that I'm working on my glue book like a good girl, not all over my mat. I keep saying I need to have a day off and have a tidy up in here and clean my mat, but I still haven't got round to it. And this envelope's got a stamp on it. I want to tear that off. Let's look at that lovely stamp with a bit of franking on it. I'm going to stick that there, like that. Probably haven't stuck that all the way, but don't really need all of it doing. And how much of this do I want? I think I'm going to cut and then round there. That's what I think I'm going to do. Just wondering what the best place to start is. And this is going to be wonky, but the picture itself is wonky, so I don't think it's going to matter. But my cutting skills leave a lot to be desired. I'm going to cut. Now, where am I going to? Think about it, Karen. Think about it. I'm going to go directly over there to the edge, and then I'm going to go down here to the edge. Let's put that there. Then I'm going to go along the bottom here, cut off that white border. That's an interesting shape, isn't it? Is that interesting as in good interesting, or is it interesting as in a polite way of saying, what on earth are you doing? Let's ink round it. I mean, I could cut round the whole oval, but I like this, the beauty of fall. I want to keep that on there. Went a bit mad with the ink there. Might need to go in a bit more, blend it in. Right, so, and I'm using Vintage Photo for inking. I probably haven't mentioned that. So then if we pop that on there, stick it there and there, then we've got a little tuck pocket there. And we could stitch it there and there. So I'm just going to pause while I straighten this piece up, so I've got a squared up piece to stick it onto. Okay, I've squared this up, so now I just need to pop that on there. Now this reminds me of sort of a mushroom shape, which is quite good for autumn. I'm looking at this and I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. But oh, before I glue it down, I'm going to ink around here. Now, oh, I didn't check the height of this either. If it should be all right in a journal. It was an A4 sheet of paper, so, and if I stick that on and I don't do much else to it, then it can be trimmed up here, if that's what my partner would like to do. She can chop it down, and then I imagine this could either be just stuck down on a page as is, or could be stuck on 2 or 3 sides to make another pocket or tuck spot, or so if that was there, then you could, you know, glue it on 3 sides and have a pocket here, or you could glue it on 3 sides and have a pocket there, or you could just glue it on 2 sides and have another tuck, a big tuck there. So and as I say, that space there, that could be cut off so that she's got a smaller piece if that's what she wants. So let's just get some glue around these 2 straight edges. Like that. We'll pop that down on there like that. So hopefully that will work. And then what we're going to have to tuck in there, because it's, you know, it's a bit boring just sending it with nothing in it, isn't it? I think that's all right like that. So could have the postcard, and we could have some of these. Not being very imaginative with my bits to go in, am I? But as I say, I do want to use these up, so could make a journal card with one of these. That's the same paper. It would need chopping down quite a bit. That would work. And these would be good. Although I think I'd be chopping. Oh, that would be nice because it would echo that. But how much would I have to chop off? I might try chopping that down and see what it looks like. And be here all day looking at it. Oh, I can chop that up. I can chop that up. No, right. Let's work with these and see what we can do with these. So, first of all, let's see how much of this we'd have to lose. I'll probably end up putting this through the chompy chopper, but at least I can get an idea here. What are you doing, Karen? My mind's wandering then. I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. This is going to be a bit tricky to tear off. Let's see, let's go down, go a bit lower, because it's going to have to be shorter anyway to fit in there if we're going to use it. Made a bit of a mess of that, probably because I should be doing it this way round, isn't it? I bet you're all shouting at me, aren't you? Right, so how much of that would have to come off to make that work? So I can take quite a bit more off that side. I'm gonna do it again, aren't I? What's the matter with me? Come on, woman, think. Think about what you're doing. Right, so I could probably go, oh my goodness, I'm going to do it again. Go to there. Oh, lost a little bit of leaf though. And then that could go in there, make it a little bit shorter. And then we've got that echo, which I quite like. So, how are we going to make this work? If we go just under the pumpkin. Oh, it just about fits in. So now I need to find a bit of something to stick that onto. So, got any more? Put that on there. So stick that down. Almost glued the wrong side then. Really don't think my brain's in gear today. Not that it ever is, but today seems to be exceptionally bad. Right. I'm going to need a new glue stick. I'm going to do, pop that on there, and then I'll probably just tied it up with the chopper. It's not even on there straight, so it will need tidying up. Where's my bone folder gone? What have I done with it? There it is. So that will be a journal card to go in there. So just leave that to dry for a minute before I start trying to chop it up. And then what else would I like to stick in there? Oh, they were over here, weren't they? Would that fit on there? That might just fit on there, or the postcard. It's got a bit more interest and colour, hasn't it? Let's try this one. I'm just going to roughly cut round it and stick it on the same sheet of paper, and then I will cut round them, trim them with the chopper and ink them up. So let's get that glued down. I'm wondering if actually this is my old glue stick and I've picked the wrong one up, or if I do actually need a new one. Oh, it's making my teeth go on edge. I can feel the middle bit scraping on the paper. It's making me go, ugh. Right, will that fit on there? Just. So, just leave that to dry for a minute. Now, will 2 things be all right in there, or do we want a third? We've got any more of that backing paper? Got a tiny bit left on there and a tiny bit left there. So what could we fit on there? Too wide. Where's my other? They would, that sunflower would just go on. Maybe some tickets. What about up here? Just too wide. And where was that postcard? That'd probably be too big. Where did I put the postcard? Am I looking at it? I didn't use the postcard. What have I done with it? Oh my goodness me. I'm so sorry about this. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's too big for that. That's definitely too big for that. Right. I've got a little bit there. It would go on something. And what did I say? This sunflower would just fit on. So let's stick those on. There. And that one go on there. No, that one won't go on there. Oh, neither of them will go on there. Why did I think one was going to go on there? Right, what's going to look better? This or this? Actually, you're not even going to see them, are you? Thinking about it, they're going to be hidden in there. So there's not much point doing little ones, so we'll abandon that idea after all that. Right, I'm just going to chop these up. Right, I think these need rounded corners if they're going in. Yeah, that's quite an organic shape, so I think they need to have rounded corners. What have I done with my corner rounder? Have I put it back in the drawer? I'm not doing very well today, am I? There it is. Right. Let's have a little softening here going on. That one doesn't want to work. That's better. Well, it's a bit grumpy, but we'll bung a bit of ink around it, and that will all help. So we've got those 2 journal cards now. I think they could look quite nice. Just wondering whether to round that corner. I don't know. Right, let's ink these up. Do the other side as well, because obviously that's light enough to be journaled on. And then we'll see what they look like in there. Let's see how we're going. I think after I finished filming, I may go round these with the sewing machine, just to finish them off. I think they need it. So that one will go in there. That one will go in there. Maybe over there. So that's how that's looking. I think that's quite nice. So I'm still thinking about these edges, I'm not sure, but I think they do need stitching around, but I'm going to leave that there for today. That's my November contribution. And oh, I wonder if I should put a November word on there, because my October one did say Halloween on it, so it was obvious it was the October one. I'm wondering if I should stick a November on somewhere. I think when I made last month's, I think I took all of the... Oh, there's a November there, but I think that might be too big. Maybe not. Just when you thought it was over. Right, let's see if I can do a bit of ripping here. I'm trying to do it a bit bigger than I need it so that I can tear all the edges. Keeping an eye out because, or an ear, my husband's taken the dog for a walk and there's going to be a lot of noise when they come in, so I'm just trying to be aware of when they come in so that I can pause and you don't have to listen to Max going mad when he gets home. Right. That's quite nice, isn't it? I think we'll do that. If my glue comes out. Does that look like that's roughly in the middle and roughly straight? I think it's close enough. So we've got that there. We won't really see it when the journal cards are in, but when they're not in, that adds a little bit of extra interest. So yeah, that's that then, done. So thank you for joining me today. I'll be back again with the December pocket shortly. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your own crafty time and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.